devastation that began 1 week and about 7 hours ago. I just left the pallet truck stop where I got my shower. It's been a pretty emotional day. Not because of anything that's personal. I mean, just, we came through it. Fortunately, well, just fortunate. No damage other than lost freezers. Power was out for days. Still no running water. But I'm able to pump water from our pond and keep the animals all hydrated and water available for them. But I've been all through Greene County today, and just seeing the devastation and knowing the reality that this isn't going to be fixed in a day or a week or a month. It's not going to be, it's not ever going to be the same for so many people here. So, for those that are coming and helping, thank you. And, you know, I've always been on that end. I've always come in and tried to do whatever was possible, but it's different when it's home. Right in the middle of moving this operation from East Tennessee to Central Kentucky, which is a whole other video, but it was what was necessary for us to leave this community in order to make certain our animals have everything they need. 2 years of drought, high winds and tornadoes, injuries from those tornadoes in our herd, devastating injuries in our herd. The 2 years of drought just really made it indisputable that we had no choice but to either get out of the bison business or move our operation. And so we chose to leave friends, community, roots, blood, sweat, and tears behind. And the weekend that Helene hit was supposed to be our last weekend here. Other than me, I was staying behind because our new place has to be built. So while the fencing was all being built, I was going to stay in Greenville and take care of the herd. So my husband and daughter are in Kentucky. So we closed on our place and basically had no place to go. But one of the kindest men you could ever meet, humans period, you could ever meet, had been our neighbor. And at as it is to think. They're probably buried under all of that. Not to mention the livestock and the horses and the dogs and the pets that no one will ever know what happened to. Part of bison ranching is knowing your limits. You know, when we started into this, we were told raise them like cattle. But if I wanted to raise cattle, I would have raised cattle. And part of this move to Kentucky was to kick off an option to what is considered the industry leading organizations, perspectives and protocols and philosophies. And let me tell you, if I had been raising cattle, we could have stayed in Greene County for the rest of our lives like we planned. I know, I'm a mess. I just left the showers at the pallet truck stop. So, this is just me in my raw moment. Y'all pray for East Tennessee and everybody else affected by this. Because it's more than a lot of people are willing to do. And you'd be surprised at just how much that means. Even if you can't be here or handing out water or helping a family from grade schoolers to grandparents, shoveling the muck and mud out of their multi-generation farmhouse that they've lost. They don't even know they've lost it. They have no idea that by this time next year it will be mold and mildew that even if they gut it, they won't be able to save the house. And don't think that the government's coming, because they're not. We went through this in 2016 in West Virginia, and that winter we still had people living in tents in snowstorms in Clay County, waiting for the government to do something. And what the government did do was bring in temporary housing trailers that had formaldehyde in them and couldn't be used. So they sat in a staging lot, hundreds of them, for several years unused, while people lived in tents. And the ones that they did offer any kind of aid to were told, if you take this, you can't build or go back to your home, because now it's in a flood zone, even though it was a 1,000-year flood and have never flooded previously for generations. Their homes were gone, or else they got nothing. And a lot of people didn't have flood insurance because they didn't live anywhere near a river that they thought they would ever need flood insurance. So, you know, those that know me personally know that my opinion of any ABC agency from our federal government should be abolished. And I know a lot of my cohorts say, oh, there's good people that work in those agencies, it's just a bureaucracy. I don't know that I believe that, to be honest with you. I really don't. So I'm gonna grab a hot meal because I need one. Oh Lord, now what? Oh gosh. And now somebody's lost all their water bottles. Water's so precious right now. Well, folks, that's that. I gotta go help get water off the road.